Every disease has an energetic component in addition to the physical expression. What do I mean by that? I mean, you are not merely a physical being. You are energy manifest into matter. And in order every single day of your life, every single second of every single day of your life, you need a certain amount of energy. The cells within your body need a certain amount of energy in order to thrive. And where do you get energy from? Well, from the food you eat. That food gets transformed into fuel, or that food is actually the fuel that is converted into energy at the cellular level. But as we all know, man does not live on bread alone. You get energy from sunlight, you get energy from movement, you get energy from being around others, you get energy from being out in nature. There is energy all around, and there is more ways to fill up your cup than merely with food. And so, why have this? Like, yes, I am very, very in tune with the science behind disease and illness, and actually kind of the disease process in general. However, where the science fails, the spirit takes over. And for this reason, whatever symptoms you are dealing with, it's really necessary to get in touch with your emotion. It's really necessary to get in touch with your spiritual being, with that spiritual side of you. And this is downgraded, and this is a path that is really underrated and not given time or space for its full, for you to establish the full connection, at least in day-to-day life. Because I get it, life is freaking busy. You've got jobs, you've got kids, you've got, like, everybody's got all the things, right? And still, there needs to be a way for you to connect with yourself. And this is where things like journaling are so valuable. This is where things like coloring or painting, or any way that you are able to express yourself, and through writing, especially, like the act of moving your hand, and whether this, once again, it doesn't have to be writing in words, it can be writing in pictures, hence the coloring or the painting. uh Other ways of doing this, I mean, this is why energy healing modalities are so effective, why things like acupuncture and Reiki and all of these somatic healing techniques that we're hearing more and more about. Oh, have you tried somatic yoga? Oh, have you tried whatever, whatever? It's to get you into your body and to get your body to do things. Now, why is this important? Well, I myself have started, I'm no stranger to different healing modalities. And here I mean energetic healing modalities. I've been getting different energy work now for well over a decade. Um, what the technique that is newest for me is something called network spinal. And the premise here is that we hold tension along our spinal column. And this makes sense, right? Because the spinal column itself houses all of our nerves. This is the transport system between the brain and the rest of the body. This is what controls, we hear a lot about the vagus nerve, what controls being in that sympathetic versus parasympathetic state, controls autonomic versus, um, oh my gosh, my neck just popped. Okay, controls that rest, digest, reproduce state versus the fight, flight, freeze state. And so it would make sense that we would hold tension along our spine, and specifically in the muscles along our spine, the ones that keep us upright, the ones that help control our posture. I'm going to circle back to something I mentioned at the very outset of this episode, which was you are not merely physical. Your energy manifests into matter, and every cell within your body needs energy every second of every day. And so, how do you control that energy? How do you control that use of energy versus the amount of energy that you're receiving in any given moment? Well, one of the ways to do that, one of the ways is to conserve energy within the body. And once again, that's what Network Spinal targets so well. With this modality, it is light touch to release tension, tension being held in emotion that has become trapped within the physical body. Release tension within that spinal column so that you can relax, and so that it is easier to hold yourself upright, and you release that energy for other processes throughout the body. And when you have extra energy available, healing becomes easier because that energy can be redirected towards those tissues that are damaged, towards those tissues that are not functioning optimally, and can be redirected to the healing and repair processes of the body, because that is part of that rest digest state. We talk a lot about rest digest reproduce. It's actually rest digest repair reproduce. When you don't have enough energy coming into your system, into your physical body, which houses the energetic body, when you do not have enough energy coming in, the body begins to cut out these preferentially. This is why reproduction, this is why the menstrual cycle is so important for women, is such a harbinger for health, is because it is the first thing to go out of whack when we are out of balance with how much energy we are receiving. It's a direct signal that we need more energy, and we need to figure out how to make it. And whether that is to support the body, which oftentimes it is, in that conversion of food into energy. Food, once again, being fuel, converting it from the physical into energy. That is what your body, that is what is represented here within this body. That is what is represented within all of life, is this dance between the physical and the energetic. And when that is out of alignment, you are not in health. You're in a state of dis-ease. You're not aligned with wellness. And so to bring it back, we have to support those energy processes. All right. As always, if you've enjoyed today's episode of Holistic Wellness, and I realize this one is a little more esoteric than normal, this is what I felt called to share with you today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to Holistic Wellness. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am transitioning away from releasing podcast episodes routinely, more towards releasing YouTube videos more routinely. Why? Because I like to talk about the physical body a lot. I like to talk about the science behind it. And for that, oftentimes I have visuals. And even when I don't have visuals, it's still my preferred format. So for that reason, once again, transitioning away from the podcast, transitioning more into YouTube videos. All right, so be sure you're subscribed there. If you want more talk about this, click that button below. There's going to be a launch of a brand new product that will help you tie in this that will basically help you manage your energy. Okay, so more on that to be released soon. Till next time, bye.